they don't freeze. But
Yep.
yeah, just spraying it isn't enough, especially our water will just leave spots. You've got to go in and physically rub it and dry
Oh,
it.
yeah. Ours too. Yep.
Yeah.
I'd use the sponge and the soapy water. I rinse it, sponge, soapy water, rinse it, and then dry it.
And where do you start on the car?
Where do I
Curious.
start? The front?
You start on the front?
The front and go back.
Okay. I start
But
on the
yeah.
roof.
Oh, yeah. No, sometimes I actually skip the scrubbing the roof. I rinse it, but I can't always reach it. And I don't feel like stepping up in there. Well, especially these days, which is why I usually run it through the car wash now and then I pull around and dry it off. But back in the day, I used to do the whole shebang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does depend on the height for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got the I don't know, you call it sunroof, moonroof, whatever. So when you open that and you're like, oh no.
Yes, I have that in the new car. Yep.
All right, well, let's move a little bit. Let's get our legs going. We're going to be doing quite a bit on the legs, so you tell me as we go along, okay? But no weights, we'll just do everything, with what you have standing. You might need the counter for some stability, but otherwise, I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
Do you have on shoes?
I do.
Okay.
They're just kind of
Then,
slip-on tennis shoes. They're not like workout tennis shoes.
but they have pretty good traction. I mean, you're not going to slip if you've got your socks on. Okay. That's the only one thing I would be concerned about. Okay. Yep. A little bit. Oh. So what's on the agenda for today?
Cleaning the house and violin this afternoon.
Violin? You're still
Mm-hmm.
doing that? I want you to play a song for me.
I'm not good enough. I haven't. I sometimes I don't practice, so it's like I go once a week and play with her, and I'm probably not the worst player you ever heard in your life, but I'm not ready for performances.
No.
I'm just doing it for fun. You know what I mean? It's not like I've been trying to work my way up to playing a recital, even though she wants me to. But I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
someday I
Well,
feel like I'll get to that point, but I'm not there yet.
yes. You want it to still be fun and not too much pressure.
Yep.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, so this is going to be our leg sequence. I would like to do all three directions on one side at a time. That way we just kind of compound it. But if it's too fatiguing, tell me and we can swap it out. So if we go along with the first plan, you're just going to bring your knee up and kind of maybe tap it if you want. Hip height, if you can get there, that's going to be 15. Then you can lean forward a little bit, go over here, and we'll do a ham press or glute squeeze for 15. Then you'll stand a little more upright, and we're going to keep the knee bent and do a side leg for 15. Okay. Now, if that's not good, we'll alternate knee on one side, knee on the other, press, side. Okay.
Does it
Let's
matter
try to
which
get,
arm I use? So it's the
no,
opposite leg?
it just gives you a target. It
Okay.
doesn't matter to me. Whatever's easiest. So if you want to
Okay.
even turn to the side of your counter and hold on with one, yeah, and tap the other, that's fine. Really, it's just going to be the repetitions. That's what we're going for. There you go. And then, yeah, you're going to kind of lean forward some and then just press like you're trying to raise the ceiling up. You still have your roommate?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
then you're never alone.
She's at work
I-
right now, but
Okay.
she's supposed to be out by the first. That's what she was told.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, even though you could have someone in the house and they're in another room, door closed and whatnot, you still feel them.
Yeah. And that's what mom was trying to tell her. She's like, we're ready for our privacy and our peace and our routine back. And I'm sure you would like that for yourself too.
Yeah.
But that's how she tried to pose it to her, but she doesn't think that she can afford it. But mom's not backing down.
Oh, good. Does
So
she have a place to go lined up?
well, we gave her 48 days to find somewhere.
So, but
So
you haven't heard her saying anything about it.
no, she said something to mom about possibly having something, but she won't talk to me about it. And she doesn't want
Oh,
mom to tell me. Everything's supposed to be a big secret, which I don't know why, because I know she's supposed to be out by the first. I know she's supposed to be looking for a place to live, and that's not going to change anything,
right. You're not going to
right?
come out one day and go, where's so and so?
Right. Or you don't have to move all of a sudden. I just, I want to clean up after you and I want to deal with all this stress.
Oh
Like,
my
no,
God.
not changing anything. So her telling her not to tell me anything is just another way for her to try to manipulate. And
Yeah.
she's probably hoping that she's going to be able to manipulate mom and get her to say she can stay, but that ain't happening.
Huh. All right. How you doing? Side leg now.
Um, I'm okay.
Okay. But it's adding up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
The
we kind of want that to a degree.
right hip today, see, I don't know if I slept on it wrong or what, but going out to the side like this is not terribly comfortable. The other ones didn't bother me too much, but this
Okay.
one is a little bit.
Well, it could go either direction. It could get easier the next round, or harder. So, okay, the sumo stance, right? That's a wide squat, toes out to the side. Um, or you can actually, in this case, have your toes forward because I really just want you to do a side lunge and like you're going to touch your knee, side lunge, touch your knee. So really inner thigh stretch if you're tight there. And you're just going to be shifting your weight from one hip or thigh to the other. And we'll do that for 20. But yep, just shift your weight side to side. Reach with those arms if you can. But you can't see my arms. I've got to go to the dentist today, it called. And it's just a regular a cleaning, but I'm like, when was my last one? It's crazy how far away if you don't have it already on the books. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to try old-fashioned arm circles. So we're going to circle forward for 15 and then back for 15. They don't have to be big. Just use the muscles that need to be used, nothing extra. You see, in that practice, they're used to people coming every 3 months. That's kind of their clientele. And I was getting all that other work done, and I was kind of like, just time out. No, we're gonna get this other stuff done.
Right.
Okay, now we're gonna do a squat with a frontal raise. That just means we're gonna take our arms out when we sit down. Okay, we're gonna try 10 of those. Don't have to go super deep, but just putting the weight in front of you is going to target your core some. Good. And then we'll have one more thing to do. So I don't know if you want to get water before that. Yeah, I watch this one lady who she's kind of funny to listen to. But I first found her when COVID hit, and she's a lawyer telling you how to, what your rights are, to, as far as the religious exemptions or the mandates aren't legal, on and on. I kind of found her there. And so we're going to bend over like this, right? Neutral spine, and then just reverse fly. So take your arms and squeeze. So the arms stay long and squeeze. We'll do 15 if you can. And anyway, so she kind of goes down these rabbit trails. She investigates things, that don't pass the smell test and so on. But the other day, she had on there about the dentistry and how they're getting into like all the cosmetic stuff. And then it went into like x-rays. You just want to keep taking x-rays. And so they were just dogging the whole practice of dentistry. And why do they need this? It's just to do blah, blah, blah. And one lady had commented about the panoramic x-ray, but in the video, it was talking about the CT, right? Which is completely different. And so I had to say, whoa, pump your brakes. There is use to these things. Don't think that every time they come to ask you for something that it's just to fill their pockets. It's very, anyway, I was like, okay, people.
Yeah, I mean, there is. I mean, that's, they can see cavities better on x-rays. They can see fractures, small fractures on x-rays better than with the naked eye. If you have an implant, they can see the bone and bone loss better with a CT or an x-ray. So yeah, those things need to be done periodically. They don't have to be done every time you go, at least once a year, more if you're having issues.
Yes, well, that's the whole
It's
thing.
low-dose x-ray.
She was even going into, what is that deep scaling? You got to do deep cleaning, hogwash, blah, blah. And I was kind of like, Peggy, come on, you're really sensible most of the time, but I can't follow this train as far as you're going with it. But she does ask for her audience to comment. She wants to hear back. So she isn't closed-minded on that. She's just kind of, going
Yeah,
along.
you can't leave the tartar there. And if they can't get it off with general cleaning, they have to do it a little more intensely or use other tools. That's the only way to get it off.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's such more intricate because we know now you can have no symptoms of something in there that's causing other problems.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just kind of tried to put in there. I never looked back to see if anybody responded to it or not. I just kind of wanted to say, hey, panoramic is not the same animal as the CT at all.
Mm-hmm. No, and bite wings are not the same as panoramic.
Right. Or even PA, we called it for short. And that is different than your bite wing.
Yep.
Because the bite wing just gets the surface that you see in your mouth, and the PA gets to the root. But yeah. But anymore, I don't trust a general dentist because they just don't know. They just don't know. I have a friend that I think he has a lot going on. I mean, there's a lot of bone loss. They're wanting to pull teeth. He has headaches, sinus problems, right? They've done bone grafting and so on and so forth. And when I'm going for a cleaning, and I may actually try to tell her, I said, he might need to be pre-medicated for that. And I'm not one for, lots of drugs, but if he has all of that going on, there's infection. And anytime they worry about an infection and a dental procedure, even a cleaning, especially because they're getting into the blood supply, right? Goes to the heart. That's why they pre-medicate, because they know that the bacteria travels and can settle in the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So you ready for the other one? Kind of like a windmill, side to side, but take your time, get a little stretch. It's not an aerobic class. Although those were fun. I always liked it.
Yeah, I did some of those back in the day.
Yeah. Good. So we got 20 of those. Okay. And then arm circles, were those okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I do like to go forward first so that when we go back, we kind of leave it open. In your situation, it's not as imperative, but I have some people that never, ever open their chest and their hands are always turned like they're just so tight. So if we leave them like this, right, they're going to be stuck even more. So let's go this way.
Mm-hmm.
So I just try to do that. Okay, then we're going to squat and lift. Now, if you wanted to do this on your own another day, make it harder. Obviously, you could put something in your hands, a ball or some weights, right? Even your band, although I don't know if you want it around your hands, but if you try to pull it apart a little bit, you'll get some of that upper back and front and shoulder activation. So it's not a lot of weight, but just the activation will make it a little more effective. All right, and then we're gonna bend over, okay? Nice strong core, neutral, and then squeeze at the top. Yeah, perfect. And try to breathe. I talked with a couple of guys. I can't remember when I talked to you last, but for the water treatment for the house. And one guy referred me to another for the whole house. He does more of the specific hydrogen water and shower stuff, but both of them very interesting. And one has quite a few videos, like podcasts. So I've been trying to get my husband to watch one of them. So they can do the talking for me.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So let's see if we can do another tappy tap. But I learned, I learned quite a bit and how fluoride is a unique mineral to get out and why it's so hard. So the temperature of the water coming into the filter affects being able to filter stuff, and the pH. And fluoride especially has a small pH window that you can actually trap it. So with my water being like 8.04, he's like, that is almost out of the window. He's like, we're going to have to change the pH of your water before it ever hits the filters.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like the shower. So if I just put the shower filter they have on there, because I'm running hot water, right? It won't be able to filter as much fluoride as it would if it was, I guess, room temperature. So it is pretty intricate.
Crazy.
Yeah. Um, and then did I tell you that that guy said that we had the second highest fluoride in any of his readings he's come across?
Yeah, I think you did say something about that.
Yeah, and the other one was also in Suffolk.
Wow.
I asked him. And ours was a 5.5, and that guy was a 7, and that was just in the fall. He's building a house and had it tested. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like we need a public announcement.
Is that from well water or public water? City
It's
water?
well water. It's well water. Okay. Oh, you're still working on that. Okay. Did the hip kind of calm down?
It's a little bit better, yeah.
Okay. All right, I was going to say something else about that water thing. Oh, okay. So the reverse osmosis company, when we talked to them about the fluoride still kind of coming through, they don't guarantee it on well water. They only guarantee municipal water. And I thought that kind of like this Peggy, right? I was like, what the crap? There's no, that sucks. Well,
Mhm.
I learned why. I learned why. Because the municipal water controls the pH. You don't know what pH you're getting in a well. So if that affects the filtering capability, right,
Mhm.
they can't guarantee it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Circle, circle, circles. You doing okay?
Mhm.
How are those elbows?
Okay, right now.
Okay. I was trying not to bend them today, but maybe next time we'll incorporate a little more elbow stuff. Maybe. Is
Maybe.
that a maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. And then we'll squeeze. Good. That's it. Awesome. All right, let's finish with a standing twist. Okay. We're going to keep our feet close together, everything lined up. You can use your hands if you want to kind of just hold on and pull yourself around and hold for 3 breaths. So it's not really a relaxing twist.
Mm-mm.
And of course, you're going to the other side. And we'll repeat it 2 more times if you feel inclined. And then you've heard of hydrogen water.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that'll be the next step. That's the ultimate I'm trying to get my husband convinced on. But we got to start with just treating the water first.
Right.
All right. And then take a deep breath. All right. Very good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I did send you a couple of recordings yesterday, I believe. I
I
found some
saw
in
that.
January. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Thank you.
yeah, for your reference. And those are on YouTube.
Yep. I
So
saw.
they won't time out.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. All
Great.
right.
Thank you.
All right. I hope you get your car washed soon.
Me too. And you too.
You too. All right. Bye.